Hello, this is Annie Henderson, and today is a different kind of post and video. I'm not doing a quote. I'm not talking specifically to moms. It is a deep dive into part of my story. And it does involve some shame and vulnerability. We love you, Brene. So, here goes. As I am diving deep into serving others and being a life coach, I've been focusing specifically on moms and children, and that's my safe zone. I loved working with kids and families and teachers as an educator and a school counselor, and I was in that world for over 15 years, and it was awesome, and I loved it. But I know there are others out there that I can help as well, that do not fall into this category. And I want to help and serve as many as I can. So, as many of you know, and if you have looked at my page at all, and if you know me at all, you know that I have a daughter, an amazing daughter. She is 12. I love her to death. She inspires me. She is so much farther along than I was at her age, maybe even like 10 years ago. So I married her father when I was 19. Really did not know myself. I was a big people pleaser, huge people pleaser. And we were actually married for 7 years. We were pals, and it was great. And and based off of other people's version of what marriage was like, seemed about par for course. He's a great guy and a great father and nice, which, of course, the people pleaser in me could just go along. And the fact that I just didn't know myself. I knew I was a little different, but I didn't. I grew up in a smaller town and just had no clue who I was. Grew up very active tomboy. And in my smaller town, there weren't a lot of, I guess, girl sports, or maybe I just somehow ended up, I don't know what it was back then, but there weren't a lot. So I played on the boys team for soccer and baseball and basketball. And it was a lot of fun. And I loved it. So as I was getting into my 20s and late 20s, and this fact cracks me up. And I might have heard and seen different age ranges before, but the last one I saw mentioned the age 25. That's around the time, give or take, when your brain stops developing. So around the time when my brain was stopped developing, and I came out, and I got a divorce when my daughter was 1. And at the time, that was scary. Not like scary back in the old days. I didn't fear for my life. Was I fearful for my job? Yes. Was I worried about maybe some people disowning me? Yes. But I have a great support group. There might have been some people that I didn't directly come out to. I just started bringing my significant other around eventually, and hopefully they figured it out. So in that sense, I can say I've been very blessed that I wasn't kicked out of my house at the time. I was already an adult. I haven't been fired from my job. I've had amazing bosses and places where I've worked, an amazing support group and friends. And I think my daughter and I have that in common, where we find people that are our tribe. I know that word's being thrown around a lot, but our tribe. People we know are positive and optimistic and supportive. And I think that's a huge thing, is surrounding yourself with people that inspire you and that you look up to in a sense. So thank you. If you are my friend and were my friend then and are still my friend, thank you. It means the world. So, like I said, my daughter was 1 at the time. She doesn't know any different. This is what she knows, is me being happy and being who I am. I decided to wear camo for this picture because a lot of us, even today, still stay hidden in a sense. And depending on where you live or your family, it kind of stays that way. Even years after you've come out. So, I am making this video not because I love sharing things about myself that are deeply personal, but because I do want to help others. And I know many people do not have it as easy. And I want to be there to support people, especially in my smaller town. But the beauty of what I do with life coaching is that I'm able to hop on a Zoom call and have a session, or even a free breakthrough session with people all over the world. Just this morning, I spoke to someone that was living in Amsterdam. And before that was in Romania. I've talked to people in New York and Arizona and Colorado and California. Tonight I'll be hopping on a phone call with Australia and Jamaica. And the beauty of life coaching and Zoom is that you don't have to go and sit in a waiting room and sit in a sterile environment. You can be in your pajamas if you need to. It can be early, it can be late, it can be as convenient as you need it. But this is for those possibly moms out there that are needing to make a big change like I did. And maybe you didn't know yourself, or maybe you did. I know my partner knew from the time she was itty bitty, I think preschool or kindergarten. She just knew herself, and she was aware, and she knew she was gay. And that had to be super hard as well, because she had to go about her daily life knowing something about herself and hiding it. And yes, she has a supportive family and some friends of hers that I've met from college and high school. And of course, if you know her, she is adorable and amazing, and everyone loves her. Whew. So, this is the longest I've spoken with just myself. So I appreciate you. If you're still watching, thank you so much. If you need someone to talk to, if you do not have a support group, if you're like me and you've gone through half your life trying to figure out who you are, and you're just getting to the point where I think I finally know myself and who I am. And if you look at my page, you'll see all sorts of things about starting over. I've started my life over. I've started my career over. I've done many things. So I want someone out there to hear that it is not too late. And this isn't just for the LGBTQ community out there. It is for anybody. Anybody that's in a situation that needs to change, whether it's career or family or a college path that you are on. And just because you could not figure out what you wanted to do, and now you're afraid you're going to be stuck on this path for the next 40 years. It's not too late. It is okay to start over because you are bringing experience and wisdom with this new journey. Whew. So, I appreciate you all, and I hope that if there's someone in your life that is having to start over, that you are the supportive one, that you are there for them, that you are a better listener than possibly an advice giver, because sometimes we just need someone to listen. We don't need you to take sides. We don't need you to be angry with someone. We just need support and someone to listen. So, this, I'm sure, will be one of many, many posts. If you have questions for me, feel free to message me directly and let me know if you have questions, or if you are someone that needs to talk, or you have a similar story or journey. Let me know. Let's chat. If you need somebody to work with to help with accountability and taking steps on this wild journey, this one wild and precious life that we have, then message me and let's talk. Other than that, watch out for other videos and posts as I continue to reach out to others that I hope to connect with and to help in some way or another. All right. Keep supporting those around you and share the love, give hugs, and have an amazing rest of the week.